Welcome everybody. Well done on completing part 2 of our program. So good to have you back. So up to now we've covered the grief share. The grief share was all about the hardships, the traumas, the pain, the events that you've went through your lifetime from your earliest memory. We've talked about what was going on in your life at that time, especially if you've attached negative emotions and meanings to the events that have happened. And we've worked and started the healing process with that. You are all doing exceptionally well. I'm really, really proud of you that you are open enough, confident enough, and more importantly, strong enough to trust us in starting your healing process. Then we covered the self-development. So self-development was the real key as to why we're here. And this was going back in time to identify what it is that you really want to be doing in your life, or the life that you should be living before anybody told you what you should be doing. So I hope that makes sense, because when we are young, we have a lot of desires, we have dreams, we have aspirations, we see people that we want to be like, we see role models, we have that dream, that desire. Then over time life happens, and before we know it, there's a little bit of confusion going on in our hearts and our souls and our mind as to, well, what do we want? Because we see teachers, we see parents, we see other people, and there's a bit of a scramble going on within our neurosystem. And for most of us, the better part of us, we end up going and following a career path or an entrepreneurial path into something that we believe is what we want to do. And we start that and we're so excited and we think that's what we want to do. However, there isn't a deep inner fulfillment. And for many of you that I've spoken to one-to-one, we've gone through individually, and for some of you, you found that yes, this is the path, which was great because now you have clarity. And for some of you, you found that this isn't what you wanted to do. So, and that's good. It's not we're saying, change everything overnight. It's to now start identifying a path and a journey so that you can now gradually start truly living life at your fullest potential and with the purpose that you are brought onto this earth for. Now, some of the language I may use, some of you may not agree with, but that's okay, because all I'm saying is that be open to learning. Don't think about the words, but think about the message that is specifically coming to you. And that's what starts our leadership journey. Because as leaders, we know that irrelevant of what we're doing, wherever we're at, wisdom, knowledge, things come to us in different ways. And if we knock things back, it may be that we're knocking back the opportunities that are coming to us. So I say be flexible, be open to learning, keep your state in a great way. So we talked about our physiology, we talked about our psychology. And when your state's in a great place, your physiology, that you're breathing, you're sitting upright, you're paying attention, you're focused, you're open to learning. It might just be the one word that I say, and that's what's going to trigger the answer that you're looking for. So state and watch your neighbor. So, we've got a room full of people here. Look at your neighbor, and if you feel they're not sitting in a great way, if their physical body's not in a great way, just tap them and say, hey, how about sitting upright? How about shaking your body up? And how about taking a breath in? So who's up for that?
Okay.
Yay, excellent. All right, so self-leadership. And why are we using a lot of energy here? Because you have done exceptionally well, and I cannot say that enough. When you first came into the program, when we did the grief share, your physical bodies were not in a great place, you were looking down. It was evident that some of you were, even scared to look up or even scared to take a breath of not knowing where we were going with this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold you accountable for managing your state and also your psychology. So I'll give you a few moments to get settled before we start the program.